and try to get you comfortable with your, you're fine, with your, I was just watching, with your locus iste. You guys know the translation?
Yeah.
Do you know the background? Who the composer is about? Why he writes what he writes? Do you know these things?
Don't know about the composer.
You should know about the composer. Do you know anything about Bruckner? Yeah. Do you think it would be important for you to know?
I read it and now it's gone from my brain.
Yeah. Okay. It's close. You just got good information to have. Oh. Okay. So we're going to conduct one at a time today.
Yay.
Okay? So, who wants to go first?
I'll go first.
There you go. Good job. Okay, do we have a stand? We do. With the tea bag on it. With the fancy tea bag on it from Tivana. Jade Citrus Mint. Anyone? I mean, I think it's a tea bag. Come right here. And I'll try to watch you out of my periphery. And you're gonna move this? You guys are gonna be quieter. Step back just a little bit, Julie. I'm not gonna see your hands. I see them peripherally. That's up. That's too much. Magic. Plan. Watch. Okay. I can only see partially here. Okay. Okay, let's just talk just a little bit. Okay, so actually, Julie, I've noticed an improvement. I'm seeing more music in your hands and less beats and more actual music, although you have a little ways to go for that, but that's good. I'm noticing that some of the things you do are late. So cutoffs that you're giving, a lot of times are much later than I'm seeing would be the place that Bruckner marked them, okay? And when you have to turn to cue that bass, you've got to get your attention off everyone else and over to them a bit sooner. Okay, so you got the right idea, but you've got to get all the way over there. Especially look at 16. When did the basses start singing?
They're still singing till
No. When's the new entrance for their phrase?
the beat tune.
Yeah, and everyone else is going meant to. Okay, so who maybe should you be paying attention to at that moment? That's right. That's right. Good. And your breath, I mean your cutoff for them should be a small thing on beat 3.
Okay.
Does that make sense?
Mm-hmm.
So if we're looking at that video, I dare say that it wasn't small and that your attention wasn't over at the basses quite soon enough to get them to take over. Does that make sense?
Mm-hmm.
The other thing is I feel really bad for the basses because now I'm kind of melding right through their big note. Okay? We need them to go Now, in the music, it's written at the same time. This is why it's confusing. It's poorly done engraving wise. But notice how the basses move down on 3 and everyone else moves on 4. Guess what the basses need on 3? At least an eyeball. Yeah, and not only that, what kind of this is a kind of a big motion they're doing, this. Oh! You got it? And then they're. Right? Good, so let's do this. Let's start with Factus est, measure 9, 10, 11. Just right on it, it'll be transition. Okay, good, you got the cue, great. Why are you turning pages?
What do you mean?
Well, the song's only 3 pages long. Wouldn't it be easier to not turn your page at all?
To take it out of the binder?
No.
To make a copy.
Yes, thank you. That's one thing you can do, especially if it tends to take you, for a piece that's only 3 pages, you can lay all 3 right out there.
Oh.
Wouldn't that make things easier?
Yes.
Would it also be easier to turn it, if you were to turn a page, not right in the middle of that big fat phrase, but maybe,
Earlier.
no. Well, yes, you could do it earlier. No, honey. Watch what you could do. You recopy it like this. But you also don't want your page to be like in the middle of that totally silent spot. Do you know what I mean? Do you know how early do you think you guys should be turning your page? Right when it's happening?
No, that should be exactly. Or even earlier if you know it well enough to do that.
2 or 3 measures at least. Or incredibly late. Very rarely do I ever turn my page when everyone else does. You've got to carry them through that. All right? Pick one or the other, but I wouldn't turn it right when it's happening. It shows that your face is down, stuck on the page. Okay? Good. Okay, so that's better. So a couple other things. I'm hearing very loud every time you breathe. You want to avoid that. Do you want the singers to sound like that?
No.
No. I almost said something to concert choir today because they were like this. Have you ever tried to practice silent breathing? It's very good for your sleep.
So just do it just show it with the mouth.
You can breathe. I just wouldn't suck air like that.
Okay.
Okay, unless you're really unsure that they're going to follow you.
Alright.
Like right at the beginning, if you were to be like, maybe. But you shouldn't be to have a noisy breath, okay? We are performing an oral art, and that breath is not part of that. Okay, now, I had you start on Factus est 8, 9, 10, 11, which is what dynamic?
Yeah.
And the paces come in what dynamic?
4 days.
Show me. Sorry, I'm so sorry. Look at what's on my piano. The same one from this morning.
The same one. What is it?
We get a lot of ladybugs in this building.
Yeah, we used to have a colony up in that corner. Lived there. Come on, come down. There you go. Okay. It's crawling toward me. Come on down! left hand. It's making me judge you. But maybe I shouldn't be.
I mean, it is your job.
I know, but I can't judge you properly unless I see everything. There we go. Let's do this.
I call
You don't have to conduct them. Conduct my direction. Pretend the choir's over here. Sorry, I'm in the wrong spot. You for me. Where's my bass note? Where's my bass note?
What do you mean?
You're not showing it. You're melding right through it.
Am I?
Yes, and you have to look at them. Where are they? Not that far over. Where Mariah is. That's more accurate. Okay? Sa-cra. Don't meld. Give it to me.
Okay.
Actually, they're saying
I was like,
and doesn't matter. Thank you. Yes, you have to do that. You have to look at them. Good. The change was pretty good. So here's one complicated thing. The est. Is it piano or forte? Yeah. So if you can, your right hand needs to get over to the basses and go est. You stop gesture. Are you stop gesturing? You're not letting him breathe at all. You're not letting him breathe. Okay, fine. So est, the approach needs to be piano. With your right hand. But your left hand needs to stay piano and cut off everyone.
Okay.
Fa, tuk, tus, est, off. And you cut them off. Boop. And then bigger. Okay? And then you got to bring everyone else in nice and forte. I need a super click in several places. Okay? Let's start it again. Factus. I was just calling ahead. So when I'm yelling, that's when you should be thinking of that next thing. Do you hear how early I'm calling ahead?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, that's how early you gotta track. You gotta start tracking early. Starting at 16, you're doing good. You did better. Ina estimabile with the basses. Me too. Here we go. Just give them. There you go. Cutoff now, isn't it? Right. Momentum, boom. You gotta cut them off. Okay? But what's interesting about, yes, you have to be silent. Right, very good. So okay, good. Now, Julia, you're on your way. You're making good changes. I would have to say that I'm seeing a lot of approach with your wrist. Have you noticed this, Mariah?
Yeah.
Speak up, girl. You're approaching with the wrist like this and then going ka-dunk is what I would call it. The ba-dum. Yeah. Ba-dum. 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 So it means you're leading down with the heel of your hand like this and going instead of at the ictus. So make sure you're going 1, 2. Like when you cut off, you're not going 1, gunk. It's all the fingers. Yes, all. Don't lead this way with your fingers following and then go ba-dum. But instead, your hand should never go like this. None. You see that? I'm not going like this. My wrist is not moving for slow, faster. Oh, sorry. It doesn't go. Notice my wrist is not, you've never seen me do this.
No.
Boom. You see that? So that's what's happening a little as you come in. You're going slapping a little bit like this. But instead, okay, my wrist, basic position. Can you see it? Now, when I'm rebounding, usually it pulls a little like this. That's it. You see the difference? Look how little it is. And then sometimes when I'm coming down, I'll let it go like this. That's it. How much is that? My fingertips at the top, maybe maximum moving 2 inches. 1 inch each direction. That's it. I never. Only if I need something to be super loose and fine. You know what I mean? You see this? We let this drift, but this we resist the the feeling of everything. You're wanting to go. Lead always with the fingertips. Boom. Okay, so watch the camera. You're gonna see it wants to come up and then like this instead of. Yeah. And what it also does is kind of helps you support through these lines like this. Watch if I undo this. See what happens? The tone for this.
It's weak.
Feel that?
Feels weak.
Well, it definitely would be relaxed.
Flowery.
Yeah.
Singing about meadows.
There you go. Right? I feel like I'm pulling, I'm drawing out those lines with that wrist. You feel the support in the resistance of your wrist. Your fingertips, really. Okay, does it make sense?
Yeah.
Not this. Boom. You're like way up here like this. Yeah, think about it this way. Put your hands out to conducting position. Or your arms in conducting position. No. Come on. Just bring it out a little forward, but not in. Is that weird for you? Just that little 2 inches. If your elbows are right by the side of your body, you've now cut off this space that you get to manipulate. Okay, you do this, go out a little farther, like this, okay? Good. And when you bring your hand up, it doesn't come back. Do you see this? I want you to look at these planes, right? We have X, Y, and Z. The Z plane here, you are using a lot of this direction. In reality, we don't really use a lot of Z when it comes to the basic pattern. You should be really just conducting along that wall right there. Do you know what I mean? As if you were 1, 2, 3, 4. When you go to cut them off, you don't go out, you go boom.
Oh.
Does that make sense? Okay, so if you're conducting along those same lines, because if you want to go cut off and you go 3, 4 like this, all you can do is slap. Boom. You see that? But if you're 1, 2, 3, 4, boom. Do you see the difference? Good. So you don't want to be going this way. You don't want to be going Z. Okay? The only reason you do want to Z when you go out is if you're phrasing out like this. Do you see what's happening? But you don't want your gesture to be out here, your cutoffs to go like this. See how I came way back in? Boom. No. Look at my oh. Let's compare our arm length. Whoa! Okay. I have more legs and arms than I do torso, so that's the thing. Okay. Right, good. So you won't be able to reach out quite as far as me. But when you're conducting, 1, 2, boom. Okay, does that feel different from what you're used to?
I don't know. I think I'm just trying to like get it done.
Well, aren't we all? Okay, but we're trying to get it done musically. That's right. Okay, so say we do, where were we starting? Okay, Factus est. Okay, let me just show you like things like this cut up. Well, you've got to cue the basses. Sorry. It's like a baton, so I just gesture with it. Do you feel weird? You're being an object. Here we go. Ready to go. In est. No, let me do it. Moby. Oh, you don't want to let me do that super click. Mobile cracramen in esti. In est. Does it feel different from what you're used to?
Yeah. Definitely.
How's it different? Sacramentum. You understand? Okay, so we're all dealing out right in that area. Do you got it? She just giggles her way through. I'm serious. Okay, is that weird for you?
I feel like if I did it myself, it would be very floppy.
Your what would be weird?
It would be very floppy, like what you were just, without your arms there.
Why would it be floppy?
I don't know.
So when I'm conducting, I feel the energy resistance almost of the music right there. And all of this is merely connective material. So it's strengthening and providing energy for this. So there's no flopping with around. This whole unit moves with that energy behind it. Can you feel? Like if I didn't, this is what it feel like. Did it feel like this when I conducted?
No.
No, let me do it. Dead floppy fish, thank you so much. Okay, this is what it would feel like if it would be floppy, okay? And I would break your wrist like this. You see this? Okay, good. But no, what did it feel like? What was I doing? I'm like gripping you. You feel it? Boom. Because you feel the squeeze that I'm giving you? That's what it feels like when you're conducting the resistance.
Is it kind of like wading through water or
Oh,
something?
more than water, yeah. It's like pudding. For this song. Squeeze.
Yes, I do.
Does it hurt? Sorry. That energy that I'm putting right there, that's what I feel inside myself, the resistance that sets up my support. If I didn't, look at the difference standing right here. Pretend I'm your arm. Okay? This is me without resistance. Still trying to do the music. And now I resist. Sorry. do you feel? Okay, so there's no floppiness to it. No. No. Do so. Sure. Good. Julia, what'd you do? That's good. Do it again. Come on. That's good. Okay, stop. They are not over there.
They're not over there.
No,
Okay.
you're not. They're right
that big.
like this.
Okay.
Basses.
I always thought of that as like the tenors. the
Tenors.
altos.
Alto. Yeah, you don't have to go all the way over there. I mean, sometimes, but meh. The chalk in this room, I swear. That was good though.
I should tell you I'm starting to feel sick.
That's nice. It's okay. I work with very small children at church every Sunday. So literally I'm like got 1.5 to 3-year-olds all over me. And they like to play with the play food and they shove it in their mouth and pretend to eat it and then they shove it in my mouth. I try to stop that, but it happens. Sometimes you don't notice and they sneak around and get that fake watermelon and they just shove it right in your mouth. It's okay. Immunity. Go ahead, Julia. Enesti, mama, bile, saga, cramentum, es. Good, stop. Good. I love your right hand. It's way different. I love it. Your left hand.
It's like dead, right?
Yeah.
I don't know.
It's kind of just maybe stressed syllables, you know what I mean? But it should be doubling like cutoffs and things. Now this hand hasn't got a lot of back and forth, do you know what I mean? But use it too, you know all that things you're doing with your right hand, you went sa, ra, cramentum, as you still have to cut them off, remember that little thing? That's right. And you'll notice I'm going mentum, right? How do you want mentum shaped? You want mentum. Ah, there you go. That's a good place to use Z, although you're tending to really pull back. Why don't you, instead of pulling in, just make it higher in your pattern? That's really a better adjustment to make. Yes. All kinds of
Dinosaur
things.
arms.
You did good. That was good. Listen, I'll show you. Sacramentum. Mentum. You see me do this all day.
Yes. And yet I can't do it.
You can. Mentum. Right? And then we do the next one. Inesti. Inestimam. Bile sacramentum. See how a little bit I added two? Mentum. And I put it higher up. Okay? When we're talking about emphasizing or de-emphasizing something, what are the different ways you can emphasize and then rather de-emphasize something when you're conducting? Let's make a little chart. This is going to be emphasize. Oh. And this is you can sit down. I'll move this.
Good job.
Good job, Julia. Does it feel different now, though? That change you made with your right hand, you go look at that camera
Okay.
because it's significant.
I just need to like practice right afterwards. Right after we learn something new.
Yes,
Like,
that's
oh,
true.
yeah.
Okay, so how in your gesture, what can you do?
Emphasize
Ooh,
it.
that.
Bigger.
Bigger. Okay,
Taller,
very good.
taller.
Bigger. Bigger what?
Taller.
What do you mean by taller?
Bigger gesture.
Yeah. More distance.
Okay, so these are all different things, right? So what yours bigger takes in 2 or 3 different things. Bigger. You mean the rebound previous is bigger?
Could be.
Bigger?
Yeah. That's one.
It's farther down in your pattern? I just know a little pattern.
Bigger facial expression.
Face. How else? Left hand. How else? Body weight. Shifting your weight. Okay? Bigger rebound previous, farther down in the pattern, face, or rather, eyes, or even, people use this all the time to emphasize something. Watch. See that? Okay, very good. Left hand doubling, body weight shift. Good. Increased acceleration. A big click. Right? All these things you can use to emphasize. Right? By farther down, I mean down this way, or if you're really east-west, it would be farther across, okay? Okay? So if you really wanted to emphasize something on 3, you would go 1, 2, 3. Right here, you'd go 1, 2, 3. Which moving it over to the side of the pattern does what?
It emphasizes.
Gosh. Does what of these things?
Oh.
What was the question?
It makes the rebound bigger on the way. Changing the place in the pattern changes the size of the rebound, changes the size of the weight. Do you understand? That you give to the note. If farther down, the rebound is bigger. Okay? So you can either make the rebound bigger by going higher, boom. Or you can make the rebound bigger by going farther, boom. Changing the place of your ictus. Does that make sense? But you can also, so it's different. So rebound bigger this way is one thing, and rebound bigger over there is beat placement. This. Setting it farther down or farther across than where your typical beat is. Does that make sense? Okay? You combine 2 of these things, you got emphasis. Sometimes you just need 1. Sometimes we do all of them. Right? Even breathing. You hear me go. When I can't get anything else. It kind of is though. You see it in my demeanor, don't you? You see me go.
Eyebrows.
Sudden lack of knowledge.
Eyebrows?
Part of your face.
That's part of this. Those all can be different though. You just head, boom. Your eyes get more intense like this. Okay? Your face. People do this. It might give you some tension though, so watch out. My mouth just generally is like. Okay, so now to de-emphasize, we've made a chart. What do? Rebound, smaller. This,
Less distance.
right, farther in or up or in for ictus placement. That's what we'll call this. Down or out. This is for the ictus. Here. So what is it that we do in the face or the eyes that emphasizes something? We increase the
Drama or
intensity.
Yeah.
Yeah. That's what that word is. Did you get it? Okay, good. So, for face, eyes, ooh, what was that word you just said?
Soften.
Soften, love it, exactly. Soften or relax the space. You could very easily just go, look at if I'm doing this. All of a sudden you're like, ah, right? All I did was this. Y'all, we read that stuff so carefully. In fact, speaking of little kids, we have little singing time, and we were singing a song, and I got kind of dramatic, which I don't generally do, but we sing this song about a turtle, and I made a face like this when he got sick, and one of the kids, he was like, he made a face like this, and then I was like, okay, because I noticed he was going, when I made the face, and I was like, oh, I better fix that. It's true though. I was like, oh, and he was like, it's cute though, those little kids. I feel just as much exhilaration getting them to just do actions for their songs as I do for getting you guys to sing really well. Okay, everyone, make your turtles. And they'll come to me and shove their hands at me, because they have to go like this to make a turtle. Isn't that cute?
Very cute.
Like this. Some of them go like this. Yeah, the shell. Some of them are like, we're talking not even 2-year-old kids, right? So they make a turtle And then we do the little song, and the turtle gets sick. So that's when the kid got real concerned, because I was like, facial expressions are powerful. Do you know the song?
I had a little
There you go! His name was Tiny
Tim.
I
I put him in the bathtub to see if he could swim.
He drank up all the water. Look, 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 look. He ate up all the soap. Nom, 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 nom. And now my turtle's sick in bed with bubbles in his throat. Bubble, 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 pop. And the door flies open and bubbles come shooting out from the other room. We do it every time, and they're like this. They go running. It's really the best part of my day. Okay. So, no left hand. Or a light left hand. You got it? Or a light touch. Okay? Body weight. Don't lean to emphasize, right? We do the opposite. You can actually lean back. Watch. 3. You see that? Just a little bit. Body weight, say forward. And back. Ish. Teeny, tiny bit. Acceleration. Don't be so violent. It's not you're not decelerating, you just don't accelerate so fast. Less fast. Don't click. Stroke. Pet. What's the right word? Caress. All of these are turning into really bad. Daintily touch.
Oh no.
I give up.
Please not. Correct.
No,
No, that's different.
that's
What's
different.
the second to last one say?
Less fast.
No, the second to last.
He said,
Back.
lean back, went backward.
I don't know why. but
What?
I keep like seeing it
Yeah, that's
way after you write it and can't read it.
It's the tongue's connected. There you go.
Okay, and click or no click. It's really what it is. And once you get the feel for it, each of these are and individually and then in combination will give you different effects. Does that make sense? They're going to give you a different emphasis. So if I just use my face and I go, oh, see, I can't almost do it. Did you see my body weight?
Yeah.
And my rebound get bigger? So often you're using a lot of these in combination. Do you know what I mean? But if you want to go mentum, one of the most effective things that you can do, if you just go mentum and lean back, it's not going to work if your hand's still big. You really have to use some of these in combination, but what always has to happen is this. Always. Therefore, your patterns will stop looking pristine like we drew them in the book. You will not just do this. 1, 2, 3, 4. Do you understand? Especially with melding and things. Let's see if I can actually do this with this chalk, if it's dry enough. I'm gonna try to back up and do this. You guys ready? As that's pointing at me, I moved it, but I feel like it's not. I think it's over there.
No, you can see.
Can you see the board?
Yes.
Okay, here we go. So watch. Locus iste adeo fatus est locus iste. You see? Why am I doing such things? What am I doing?
You're emphasizing different parts depending what, like where you're at in the music. What's in?
You're melting. You're doing what I've been telling you to do,
Oh.
right? You've been doing it. You're doing it. But that's what's happening. I'll do it again. Locus. Where's the coos? Right there. And what is this right there? What is that? We're coming out of the meld and going and prepping coos. Right? Let's do factus est. Ready? Watch. Factus est. Now what is that? That's my super click. Is there any preparation?
It just
Yes,
goes.
right.
It's like infinitesimally small. Factus est. Not factus. Understand? Factus est. So fast travel, that's why that's so big. Do you see it? So we can go est. No, not. Factus. Your rebound is going like this every time. And I really would love your rebound to go boom. It's because you have a little fwing. I call it a fwing. F-W-I-N-G. Fwing. 4. 1. Fwing. Fwing. That's your natural happiness to fwing. Instead of wah, 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 wah. What happens when you conduct with wah instead of fwing, 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 fwing? Wah, wah, wah. Wah, wah, wah. That's what it sounds like. If I were to make the sounds instead of factus est, I go ma, ma. That's what my hand does. Do you feel it? Does that make sense? Okay, so yeah, you can write this list down, but you really just got to get a feeling in your hand. Factus est. Now, why did I do that way so high?
Because
I want them to be soft. So I don't want them to go low. I want them to go factus est. Good. Then I can move back to normal. It's all about the contrast you make. Does that make sense? Okay, who's next?
unfortunately I need to take a restroom break, so.
Yeah, sure. Come. Stand in that spot. I can't see very well in the other. You can. We're going to start at irreprehensibilitas. I'm waiting for you to cut me off. Okay, good. Now, a couple things. Your demeanor's very still, that's fine. Your fingers are spread, your left hand's doing nothing. Nothing. You need to do something. I am, however, getting a little bit civilis. I'm getting that feeling, and that's nice, that's good. Now, there also is a change of dynamic in here. In fact, there's a big change of dynamic. Do you see it? Yes. Okay, try it again. Use your left hand for every cue. Every time you breathe, I want your left hand to breathe with you, as well as the right hand. Okay, you got it? Then every cutoff you do, that you're doing with your right hand, that I can see, also should be doubled with your left hand. And then the next level that your left hand is doing is also showing you do all those things in the context of the dynamic. then lastly, it's going to give you the word stress. Where do you want that word stress happening? It's going to give a little push on word stress. Okay? Use your left. Doesn't matter. Literally doesn't matter. I couldn't tell you got lost, but I was looking at your face. I could only see the hands. And they were doing fine. Okay? So you're on your way. I still don't get a dynamic change. Did you?
This is the part that I struggle with the most in the song.
Okay. Well, maybe you got a little thing about it in your head. You know what I'm talking about? You need to get past it. You have to at least pretend to like it.
Okay.
Carla, this is now your favorite part. You love it. You love this part. Okay? Okay, you did fine. You did more. You made some changes. Now give me a crescendo. Give me at least eyeballs and some heavy breathing. You know what I'm talking about? Now what's confusing about this music is you'll look and see the crescendo, then you see the piano marking in the ladies after the crescendo? Where did we start dynamically? Pianissimo. So there's a crescendo there into piano, but then all of a sudden there's a mezzo forte. Do you think that he wants a subito mezzo forte, or do you think he wants a crescendoed into mezzo forte? What do you think?
Well, I mean, it's sudden, and it doesn't have a crescendo.
He does have a crescendo.
Oh, yeah.
Look at the men.
Oh, okay. Yeah.
They go right to mezzo forte. I think that just looking at the music, if you were to put it's very unusual to put a subito marking in the middle of a phrase, especially in such a place where you're in the middle of a word. You're literally in the middle of a word. So if we're thinking that he's subito mezzo forte from, that's hard. Does that make sense? Does it have like anything he does in the middle of a word?
No. So
No.
you just keep the crescendo.
I would think he just wants you to crescendo, especially the ladies start soft. Does that make more sense?
Yeah.
It does make more sense. And this is where you got to make a judgment call. Okay, do it again. Good, don't look down when you're cueing. Always look up, fingers together. Good. And just pop your pop. Yes! Okay, use that space in front of you. Use intense eyeballs. Good. Now breathe with your mouth. Now, okay, perfect. That was good, that was good. Here we go. You don't always have to. You know, I said that in the beginning. I breathe all the time without my mouth, but you should make it a habit too, and only not do it when you are abrupt. No, I
Can't we
don't.
do it with our nose?
No. I only breathe with my nose like that when I'm getting intense. Try to open your mouth. It's a better habit. It helps them sing with the. Just think about the vowel they're about to sing, and that's what you do with your mouth. Let's try that again. That was great. Now with the mouth. Check. Posture. Keep. You don't need to look down. You can do these that little bit without looking. You don't need to look.
I don't know.
It's literally back and forth the same thing over. 2 measures. Can you remember 2 measures? That's all you have to do. Okay, good. Don't look down.
It just happened again.
Don't. Look at the ladies. Good, you had to breathe for them on beat 4. That's all you gotta do. You're there, you're so close. Ready? Do it again. Not yet. You cannot look away right when you cue me at this moment. You have to lock eyes with me. Not me, but the tenors. And you like got shady eyeball when you start singing. It's real disconcerting as a conductor. Watch.
Yeah. Like, I don't know.
Whoa, whoa!
Yeah, it's like it looks like you don't know what you're doing.
Or you're like,
You're not sure if they're
Singing.
supposed to be singing or not.
Yeah.
So you have to look.
you have to have focus. For the ladies. That's right. That's how it is. Good. Don't dip the head just because it's soft. You move it again. Good. Use your left hand now. You get them in. That was not. You're not confident. You gotta use your left hand. I couldn't tell you breathe. Your mouth was just like this. Okay. So if your face isn't that clear, use your hand. Ready? Again. You have to breathe on beat 4. You have to look at them before then. You have to use your left hand. It's not as hard as you think. I don't know what's happening in your head.
I'm just second guessing myself.
Stop it! You breathe on 4. 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 You breathe on 4.
Wow. Yeah.
Right?
Yes.
I just let her know. Here we go. Without looking at the dang music. Sorry. Do it again. That was better. You're there. Use your left hand. More left hand. We're crescendoing. Give me some intense eyeballs. Well, that was confusing. There was an extra beat. Can you just do S and cut me off? I need and you melded right through the moment. So you gotta direct that. You can't meld that. Are you breathing there? Are we breathing? Are we coming back in? No. When do we breathe? Why are you singing? You're singing the tenor?
Yes.
Do you know what? That's why you didn't meld for the ladies.
Yeah.
Right?
This is the part I was practicing.
I get it. Okay? So you need to hear the whole thing. You need to flip back to the ladies at that moment and do their strong, weak S's. Cut them off. Focus your fingers for me. Can you focus your fingers, please? Yeah. Conduct with your tips, not your whole arm. Yeah, not. What? Focus your fingers. Thank you. Was that it? Are you doing S? Use your left hand because you're confusing me. If you don't cut off with your left hand, you just hold it out there. It makes me think I'm holding. You need to start using your left hand a lot. Okay? At first, what you may want to do is just double everything. Get it moving. Can you start at? We'll start it right at prehensibilis est. The ladies are here. You do that. Double everything. Double everything. Try it. Yes. No, double everything. Literally mirror. I want you to mirror conduct just for a second. Get that arm moving. Ready? Okay, you are doing it. But notice how it's taking a subsidiary role. Do you see that? Perfect. Do it again. Thank you. And your left hand. There it is, the left hand. Even when you tried to double, you couldn't do it.
It's weird.
But that's fine. It's exactly what it's supposed to do. A halvesy job until it needs to come up and step up and do something. Okay? Now, do it one more time. You're going to cut off est, and then you're going to breathe and bring us in for locus iste. Irreprehensibilis. All right, re. You don't breathe there. Cut us off. Est. Work the line for me. I know you feel it. Work the line. How do you want me to sing it? Good. Don't breathe from me there. Cut me off. Do you know what I have to say? And I didn't get yeah, you gotta think about that. And all of you do need to do that. Okay? Carla, this is so much better with your left hand. You gotta do it. You gotta use your left hand. Okay. For 7 minutes. Okay. She's going to start the same place she was starting on. Irreprehensibilis. That's just the very end, which is. Okay.
What measure are we on? 25?
No.
Oh.
27.
Oh, okay.
We're in the middle of a word.
Re-
Prehensibilis, yes.
oh, I gotta get that in my head almost. Okay.
What was that little breath? I'm curious.
Adeo.
You stopped gestured. You went 1. Oh.
Oh, okay.
Okay, good. Now I want to talk about your gesture just a little bit. I'm coming over there. I'm coming over. Okay,
You would.
good. So what I like about what you're doing is you've got good feeling. I can tell you're feeling it in the face and in the hands, but your hands are not helping you. Do you know why? Can you guess?
Probably my fling.
You're flinging every beat. Every beat has woo, woo. So if I were to perform, if I could, on the piano, I would perform completely differently. If I was a singer, and I were going, go ahead, conduct. Right at that place. Oh, you're not doing it now.
Of course not. I'm trying not to now.
But that's conduct. Okay, that's a step in the right direction. Thank you. Do you see how bad this habit is? It is ingrained in you. But you're not thinking of singing when you're conducting. You're thinking of beats. You've got to stop it. You're conducting
It's
singers.
really hard. I know. It's really hard for me not to be the singer. So that's
What do you mean not to be the singer?
I'm not to sing. Not to
I wish
sing,
you would
so-
sing. You might conduct better. Nobody who's singing feels You're literally
I'm
representing
not
that
supposed
kind of
to
air.
sing while we conduct. That's my problem.
You
I
can
got
sing when
that
you
in my
practice.
head. I have to.
Good, without the floppy wrist. You just whipped me, or whatever it was. Yes. No. Est. Low. Keep going.
I was still.
Keep going. Low. No, not. No. Breathe. What is the feeling of the breath in your hand? What does it feel like to take in air? Good. Now do it at the fingertips, not at your elbow or your shoulders or anywhere else. Just the fingertips. Good. Why are you going, whoa? Because you're feeling it in your body. No, I know why. See, here's the deal, Laurie. You have all the right feelings. In fact, you have a lot of things that sometimes I have to be like, come on, be expressive. Look, you got all of that. You got it in space. You got it. You just got to communicate it well. So you've got the right feelings. You've got everything. You got maturity. You got years on these guys. So you have an advantage of that aspect. You know what the music needs to feel like. You're just not communicating it with your hands or your body. Okay? Okay? So you just got to learn how to you need to quiet everything. Nothing is doing anything except for your fingertips. I need to make you that blanket where you just stick your arms through. You can't move anything except this. I want to make one. Just your face and your 2 arms. You can't move anything. Just for those people who tend to be all over the place. You know what I mean?
Like a straight jacket in reverse.
Yes. Just arms and you just put your face through the hole and your arms. Right? Good. There's a way you can do it.
Leaning against
Yeah.
the wall.
Yes, just lean right here. I don't want to lean you against a pin. So just lean there, just a little bit. Good. Now you can't move your body. Okay, very good. Now, Juliet, she's doing the same thing you were. I want you to notice it. Yes. Okay, look at the small difference. Put your arms back where they were. Good. What kind of tone does that give you? Okay, now put your arms out. Okay, not this though. See, when you put your arms out, you were like elbow. That's right. It would look like this. Lead.
Just like robot.
Right. So these are just connectors. Okay? This is where it's all at. Okay? So we put our hands up, not our elbows out. You understand?
In my mind, the space was round because
It is round, but it's not round up here where your elbows are. It is round here. Like again, you're hugging someone at the waist. You don't go like this. Come here, Mariah.
You don't know how to
hug you. I know, you don't. Except I have my niece's husband. I guess he's my nephew, huh? He always only hugs like this. I'm going to show you. He puts his hands up like this. He never touches you with his hand. He goes. Dude hug. So he always reaches above and dude hugs you like this. Don't tap. Boop, boop. That's it. That's all he does. Or maybe he'll squeeze. Boop. But he never puts his palm on you. It's kind of funny. It's a dude hug. Okay, hands. So look at, put your elbows where they naturally are, your waist. Good. Now, hold a baby. Good. Now turn your hands over. That's it. Looks good. Put fingers together. Fingers together. Good. Now, come back low, Stay. Low. Say it. No, not with your face. Your hands. I didn't even cover up your face. Do it with your hands. That's right. You have to do it with your hands. No one can see your face. Come on, Corey. She wants to move her elbows. Yeah, and your shoulders. It's hard, isn't it? Good. And all your beats are so whoa, still a little whoa, whoa, whoa. You have this energy coming up out of them, you know what I mean? I know, you're still working on it.
Yeah.
Good. You need to get rubber bands out. You ever done rubber bands? You take one rubber band, you attach 2 together. You sit and put one on your, you put the bottom here and you attach the other on your hand, so you're stretching. So the farther you pull up, the tighter it gets, and it goes, whoa! So you feel the acceleration down. Does that make sense?
Yeah.
Okay. Stay there. Stay there. Oh. I'm just gonna write you once. I know. Put your fingers together. You can go. Pack it. Okay, you feel that breath there? That's what it feels like to breathe as a singer. You're not indicating anything else except what it feels like to breathe a good singer's breath. Whoa. Do you feel the difference? Okay. fingertips. D, E. Okay. What does it feel like? Is that toe different?
It does feel totally different.
This squeeze that I have on your hand that I do is the tension that I feel resisting. That's inside my hand. Do you know what I mean? So I literally feel that at my fingertips. It's as if, go ahead, conduct. Feel the resistance? No, you have to lead at the fingertips. Come on, pull. Move your arm, not your elbow. Do you feel that resistance? Okay, now. No, not. Fingertips. Breathe at the fingertips. That's where you breathe. You're breathing right here.
I'm breathing too late.
Draw it out with your fingertips, not your knuckles. Fingertips, right there. Energy. You put a clip right there.
Oh, that's good.
Yep. Move your hand. Move your hand. East, west. See, you do want to move without your elbows, which means you've got a ton of stiffness right here. You don't want to move this joint. So it means when you go, you move your whole arm, which then tends to go ba-da-ba-dum. Ba-dum. You get like a triple hit, okay? You've got to bend your elbow. Low. Oh, yes! Who's east? Okay, so your elbow's not going through any resistance, only your fingertips.
And my wrist is the one doing it instead of my elbow sometimes. I feel that now that I can do that.
Yeah, you need to bend this hinge. That's your main hinge right there.
Can I stand here and do this?
Yes, you can stand here and do. Yes! Thank you. Yes.
Completely different.
Yes.
I'm going to do this. I lost.
Good. Now just come on. Stack my hands.
I don't know where I am in the song, but
Locus east. Down. Fun. Thank you.
Is that on video?
Yes, ma'am.
We're testing one,